Yo, what is good, Wild Fam? It's Gerald back again with another YouTube video, and today in this one, guys, we are going to be going over the 85 to 86 overall power-up pass. Now, before we get into that, boys, I want to let you guys know that I run a giveaway every single video. All you guys got to do to enter is like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and do not forget there's going to be a secret word that pops up somewhere in the video. When you hear it, drop it in the comment section. That way you guys are fully entered in to win the copy of Madden 21 that I will be giving away next week, which will be in literally like 4 days or so. And then also I do a shout out in every single video. The winner of today's shout out is XP Simp Daddy is the winner of today's shout out, man. Thank you so much for commenting on the videos. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and also turning on the noti bell. Without further ado, boys, let's get into who we're going to use this 85 to 86 overall power-up pass. Now, real quick, I just want to show we have two to use, okay? So there's going to be two options that are going to be the best for you guys. Now, when I say that, it kind of varies for everybody. Now, granted, we have two. Just remember that you got two of them and that you don't want to forget, because these are free. This is free money right here, essentially. You don't have to pay for the card. That's how the power-up pass works. I always want to explain that when I do this video. That way, if there's anybody that doesn't understand how they work, that's how it works. You get their power up. If there's an 85 to 86 overall card that you do not want to pay for, and then you do have the training for, you level up the card to the 85 to 86 overall range, whatever card you want to use it for. You pop it in, you use it. That way you don't got to pay 40, 50, 60K, whatever the card may cost. And yeah, just like that, you got them for free. Now, there's going to be two different ways you guys could use this power up pass here, right? One is going to be for an immediate upgrade for your team. So any guy that you want just in general to upgrade a slot in your team. Now, the second way is going to be more of an investment piece. So guys like, I used this example last time where, say you got Gronkowski, right? Usually a very sought after card. He's not an 85 to 86 overall, I don't believe, but it's a good example either way. His elite card, when he gets a new card, like say he gets a 90 overall card, his elite card will jump up in price because he now has another better card. That way you don't have to pay for that expensive card as an elite card because you have this power up pass here. So when you guys use these during the beginning of the game, you don't want to forget where you put them, because in the end, later, like towards the middle part of the game, or even in a month or 2 months, it's gonna be very important that you have these somewhere in your binder, or just in general you have an idea of where you put them on a person that you used prior. Now, without further ado, boys, let's get right into the juice of the video. We're going to be going over the cards that I think will be the best to invest in, either your power-up pass or just in general an immediate upgrade for your team. The first person I'm going to be showing here is Mr. Stefon Diggs, who has a Vikings jersey on, but he is now a Buffalo Bill. I'm actually very, very curious to see how he does in a Bills uniform. Very, very vocal player, very like heady kind of guy. I'm interested to see how he does with Josh Allen. But anywho, besides the point, this is a guy who honestly has pretty darn good speed stats and just in general is a really solid wide receiver all around. He has the archetype of a route runner, so he's got above 80 route running in every category, 84 spec catch to go along with it, 85 speed, which is really rock solid, along with 84 agility and 86 acceleration, as you guys can see here. He's a crisp 6 foot. He's a crisp 6 feet tall, 191 at the weight. I mean, he's a nice wide receiver, guys. He's pretty solid across the board. In my opinion, I don't think this is very much so an investment piece, more of just an immediate upgrade for your team. Now, moving on to a cornerback in the Rams uniform, Jalen Big Dick Ramsey, bro. This guy is nasty on the field and in Madden, bro. He's really freaking good, okay? It's that simple, in game and out of game, okay? This this card, he is more, I would say, of an investment piece. He's going to be an immediate upgrade to your team, but he's also going to be an investment piece. And the reason I say that is because he's a big name in the NFL community and just in general the Madden community. It's a very sought after card. As you can see by his price of his core elite and his power up, very, very expensive stuff. So let's check out the stats here. I think they did a whole lot better with him than they did last year. Pretty sure his speed stats were really, really chunked last year. This year, I think they did a little bit better job making it a little more evened out with the 84 speed, 86 excel, 82 agility. They kind of biffed him on that, but that's not too bad, I wouldn't say. His play rec, man coverage, and zone coverage all rock solid across the board. Really good press. honestly, in my opinion, I think man coverage in this game is very, very important. And he's got an archetype as a man-to-man corner. So I think that's very, very helpful. His excel is 86, very solid, 82 awareness, sitting at 6'1", 208 weight. He's a nice card, man. Jalen Ramsey, it's Jalen Ramsey, guys. He's a really rock-solid corner for Madden and just in general in real life. I really like watching Jalen Ramsey play. He's an absolute beast in the field. He can be a little bit of a heady sometimes, a little bit of a head case, but honestly, he's still a really good player. I love watching the Rams, especially with that defense with Aaron Donald and just the whole gang that they have on that team. Very, very, very solid defense. And this is a really good card to invest in now with your power up pass, because you're more than likely, if you're getting Jalen Ramsey right now with your power up pass, you're going to be totally fine. They're going to release more cards for this guy, and he's going to be a really good investment piece and an immediate upgrade to your team. Now we're going to switch over to the offensive side of the ball once again. Back at wide receiver, we're looking at a physical archetype for Mike Evans. This guy is tall, bro. He's 6'5", 230, basically going to run you over. And he's got really good jumping stats and solid catching stats. And honestly, 84 speed for Mike Evans is pretty darn rock solid. He's not going to be your burner, Tyreek Hill type. He's going to be your guy that's going to come down with just about anything, aggressive catch. You know what it is. You know how Madden 20B is going to be, them one-handed Odells across the board, just all that good stuff. And also his route running, not too hot. I would say this is more of an immediate upgrade to your team, more or less an investment piece, just because I wouldn't say this is like a super sought after card in any way, but honestly, it might turn out to be, just because of how Madden 21 seems to be playing out with how aggressive catches are very overpowered and all that good stuff. And I mean, 84 speed, 88 jump, 81 catching traffic, or I'm sorry, 81 catching and 86 catching in traffic. Really solid. 86 spec catch. Like I said, very important for the aggressive catching. And I mean, he's 6'5", 230, dude. The guy is a freaking tank. Definitely recommend him to you guys for an immediate upgrade for your squad. Now we're going to be taking a peek at the big Rodney Hudson man himself. Plays for the Oakland Raiders. Guys, this is probably one of the better centers in the game. He got plenty of upgrades last year, so not a bad investment piece. I wouldn't say it's an investment where you could, really utilize the coin that he is going to end up being worth, just because he's a center tackle. Or I'm sorry, the linemen don't always get the love that we'd like to see with just how coin go up. But at the same time, if he gets good upgrades, he is going to be a good investment piece. Just kind of depends how EA wants to play it out. But across the board, man 6'2", 300 pounds, very solid, 81 strength, absolute tank, 87 pass block, 88 pass block finesse, 88 pass block power. Really, really good stats across the board. Even as a run blocker, he's looking pretty darn solid. And we got a good one coming up here, so stay tuned. Now, I just want to kind of go over one thing real quick with you guys. How my opinion is on using it on a quarterback here. With the 85 to 86, personally, in my opinion, I wouldn't be using a power-up pass on a guy like Drew Brees. Mainly because quarterbacks are somewhat of a dime a dozen. I wouldn't say they're like that plentiful, but I would say that a guy like Lamar Jackson or a guy like Patrick Mahomes, those top tier quarterbacks where you have the 87 to 88 power-up passes for, I think that is more important to use it on a guy like that versus a guy like Drew Brees, where maybe it's useful here and now because this card is still worth 50K. But at the end of the day, I don't see Drew Brees getting upgrades to the point where it's going to be, a really expensive card towards the middle of the game. So I wouldn't say it's an immediate investment. I would say it's more of an immediate upgrade to your team. Now, obviously, if you're a Saints player, you're going to be wanting to get that Drew Brees card, and maybe you don't want to pay for it, and that's totally okay with you and me. But in my opinion, I would personally use an 85 to 86 power-up pass on a positional player, not more or less a quarterback. Just because you got the 87 to 88, you might as well use it on a guy like Patrick Mahomes or those big-name cards like CMC, stuff like that, maybe Michael Thomas. That's just my opinion, though. You guys can rock with however you guys want to do it, but honestly, that's personally how I would go about it. And the secret word in today's video, guys, is going to be purple. Drop it down below in the comment section to get you guys a chance at winning a copy of Madden 21 and also a chance at being shout out in my next YouTube video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, comment purple down below for your best chance. And also, don't forget, follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. You guys got your best chance at winning if you guys follow me there. Without further ado, let's get right back to the banger. Now, this is the guy I was kind of bringing up, where this is a very useful way to use your power-up pass. A guy like Tyrann Mathieu, somebody who's going for about 70 to 80K, a really good strong safety. He's got really good stats, 84 speed, 86 excel. 73 tackling isn't too special, but as a strong safety, honestly isn't that big a deal. I would say his play rec is really good. I mean, man and zone both at 84. Really rock solid. Throw the power-up pass on there. All these stats are getting boosted up a little bit as well. Sitting at 5'9", he is the honey badger. He is a little mini, but still a really, really good card to utilize as a user, or even just throw back in zone coverage. With 84 speed, 84 agility, 86 excel, really, really solid across the board. And this guy's like 70K right now, and there's no doubt in my mind that this guy's going to get upgrades throughout the year. I mean, and he's a chief, so theme teams, very important for that. But yeah, I mean, Tyrann Mathieu, honey badger, absolute beast of a card. Recommend it to anybody. Now, this is another player that I would actually personally enjoy using a power-up pass on. Now, the reason I say that is because for me, is somebody who doesn't always love spending a bunch of change on a guy like, you know, in the trenches, playing right guard. And personally, it doesn't seem fun to me to rock, you know, 50K out the door for a core elite card that, you know, it's not a very, you know, special or like doesn't have any spataz to it. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a really rock solid card across the board, and David DeCastro normally does get upgrades throughout the year, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is eventually a card that is worth a lot of money. So keep that in mind for later on in the year. But for right now, about 50K or so for this guy. Personally, I think this is a really good pick to use a power-up pass on. Just kind of depends on how you're making up your lineup. But I mean, across the board, 85 strength, 80 awareness with the power-up pass. Really good pass blocking and run blocking stats across the board there. He's 6'5", got a big 316 weight. Dude, the guy's massive. The guy is freaking massive. Now, moving on to our final player of the 85 to 86 overall power-up pass is Travis Kelce. Okay, so this guy is a really solid tight end, guys, okay? I haven't used him yet, but he's really rock solid. He's got really good stats, and he's anywhere from 60 to 70 to 75K right now, so it's a really good use of your power pass to save a bunch of coins for yourself. Just check the stats on the man's. He's going to be rocking almost 80 speed once you get the power-up pass on him. He's got good catching, really good catching in traffic, obviously incredible spec catch. That's crazy. And then solid route running for a tight end. He's a big 6'5", my guy, 260. I mean, he's solid across the board, in my opinion. Look at the speed stats. They're not anything special, but they're much better than like a guy like Gronk. And the guy's going for like 70K or so, so you're going to be saving tons and tons of coins going with this route here. Now, that's going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section who you guys will be using with this power-up pass. And yeah, from there, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Don't forget, comment the secret word to get a chance at winning a copy of Madden 21. And also a shout out in my next YouTube video. And with that said, a Wild Gerald out.